would be spicy. 4 seconds on the clock.
Some crazy bosses. I don't know.
Some
Okay, here
crazy
we go.
bosses.
Um,
Let's see. Yeah, so Center Square being kill a Black Knight boss in the DLC. So that's most likely going to be Black Knight Idrid. That's the most popular one at the Fort Reprimand. Any
oh
big
my
bosses though? We
gosh.
have Romina and Malenia. Those
This
are
is
two
a
big
crazy
bosses.
board. Okay, this is crazy. Look at all of our combo squares. We've got, you know, the Conservadon, Mohg, Romina, Malenia, Rykard, Mesmer, Godric Dancing Line, and then we also have acquire 9 different remembrances, which is crazy. We got also Rolana, we got Metter, we got we got some bosses. Oh my god, did I curse the players with all this? What happened? There's
There's a
like
callback here on Consort Radon and Mohg Lord of Blood, and then
yeah,
Mohg Lord
wow.
of Blood on base game as well. So we're definitely going to be seeing Mohg at the very least.
Wow. Yeah, we got Mohg. Yeah, we got like every single remembrance in the game, and we also have a 9 remembrance square. So there's a lot of like, is there exclusively killing? Is there literally a single pickup square? Okay, we have Sacred Flask and Blessing of America, but everything else is killing.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of killing. There's a lot of killing
Wow,
on here.
that's crazy. So that being said, something really important that we're gonna see here is a good weapon and a high level weapon, a strong weapon, maybe some bleed, maybe some frost. Just we setup is gonna be so important here. We want levels. Because you know we've seen so many times where you can be ahead, one team can be ahead, but then they have a bad weapon, and then the other team catches up just literally due to more damage. And so that's going to be extremely important here. I'm curious to
Yeah.
see what's going to happen. Hopefully the players get some good luck with their pickups.
I'm expecting some decent pickups at the very least. I'm hoping
Yeah.
for some decent pickups here. There are some, I would say, a little bit of new strategies on where to go for some weapons now that people are picking up, which is always the fun part when you come up with a format where they're like, okay, so this is how I find weapons now. Okay, so then let me find the best possible chance of finding a good weapon
Yeah.
with that. I'm going to assume here that round table is going to be checked immediately for a lot of these players, just for the most optimal check on some of this. And yeah, perfectly. So the board is not blocking the health or anything. We should still see the items for ADF here. Sadly, the DLC players get boned here a little bit with not showing all the gameplay like the base game players do, with the board being a little bit over their gameplay, but it shouldn't be the end-all be-all. It looks definitely a lot better. Shouts to Aggie, dude, for the suggestion on moving the board down. Definitely looks a lot better. Yeah, so base game here, it looks like we have Nagakiba for Chris's class here. And it looks like Josh is actually going to be going for the... I don't really remember what that weapon is. Chris here maybe being a bit late. I'm not sure. Let me refresh Chris's stream. It was doing a little bit weird here. We're constantly bounced in and out, because he does look really far behind. So let me just reset him real quick. But yeah, off to the races. Both ADF and CBD are already close next to each other here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a second and pull up these players' streams as well.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, take your time.
Yeah, I'm curious what weapon Josh is using. I can't quite see on this.
It's a little tough.
Big sword.
It's a little tough, yeah. Okay, let me just refresh
I'll pull
Chris's
him up.
stream here. Yeah, no, they're both on the same screen now. Yeah, it makes complete sense.
So Chris went for that
Nagakiba.
the Nagakiba. That's a great weapon. I really like that one.
It's
got
really
great reach
good.
too. Yeah.
It's apparently a
great.
DLC favorite now as well. If it's at the Great Katana check, apparently that's a big plus for what I heard, anyways, from a lot of the DLC players.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. It's a good one, even casually. Like, I just like that weapon. And yeah, we were saying weapons are super important here. Oh, I forgot the players are on delay. Okay, well, never mind.
Oh yeah, pulling up
That's
their
okay.
actual. Do you have the stream?
Yeah.
I sent you the link for the
Yeah,
website.
I can pull it up. Yeah. No
Yeah,
worries.
yeah, that might work for you. Do you know your login still?
Hell no. I'll just watch off the screen. It's not a problem. No worries. It's not a
I'm
problem.
sorry.
I'll figure it out for Sunday.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so what do we have? We got CBD and ADF going different directions here. CBD is looking for the weapon, I assume, a weapon pickup.
Yeah, it looks like you're going for the Great Katana check here. Dragon Hunter's Great Katana
Ooh,
for the
okay.
Great Katana check. That is a huge pickup. I'm not sure if Adif checked that right
That's
away,
great.
but CBD immediately was like, all right, well, that's just what I'm going for right now. And immediately is going towards Round Table to upgrade that bad boy too. We have here, oh, I just passed it through here real quick. Some of the weapon options in Round Table. There was Commander Standard, which is really nice for buffing. Could buy that later if you really wanted to, but just going straight for those stones.
Yeah, I mean yeah, he's got a weapon now, which is great. I am curious if Adif yeah, the one thing with this bingo is we don't see Adif's weapon currently equipped, which is a little tough.
Yeah.
Um so maybe
It
we
is a
should keep an eye
club.
on what he's using. It's a
He's
club.
clubbing. He's clubbing right now.
Is it a
Yeah.
big one or the regular little
Just
guy?
just the regular starting one.
Okay. The club is good because you can put status effects on it. You can stagger nicely. I mean, it's the starting one. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he ends up doing something else with it. It is nice for statuses though.
It's very nice for statuses, yeah. So Chris here and Josh going to be on Torrent now in just a moment. And we'll see where exactly they're going to deviate. Because at the very beginning, the base game players are going to be doing the exact same thing, which is just unlocking Torrent first. And immediately Chris going towards Haligtree. And I know exactly what Chris is going to do here. We see bottom left, Memory of Grace, 50k runes. He's going to go ahead and drop down, grab the 50k at the bottom, and immediately spend it and throw it away just to get that corner square for Team Blue here.
Yeah, not a bad idea. I think that's a good. Just get that one out of the way.
Yeah. It's also a huge setback at the end of the day too. It's
Yeah.
a bit of a risky play.
Yeah. I think I feel like we've seen before where there's been some sort of memory of grace with money or invest in intelligence or faith or just something like some sort of money waste situation. And like, oh, it's great and the team is ahead now and whatever. But I feel like that always has bitten them in the back eventually just because, yeah, you're not set up and whatever else. So I do wonder if this will matter at all for them later. I mean, they're going to be doing a lot of killing, so they're going to be getting a lot of money, so maybe it won't really make a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's very true. There's a lot of killing, so honestly, a 50k at the beginning maybe feels like a big deal, but could definitely be made up for very quickly here. So, okay, Chris Ray marks that square. Josh sees it, nods. He's like, okay, cool. 50k out the window for Chris. That's fine by me. Oh, and he dies to the Royal Revenant. He doesn't even get to the 50k.
Yeah.
So there goes a lot of time for Josh.
I wonder if he's gonna go back for that just to have that extra money, or if he's just gonna. Okay. Oh my gosh, this board is crazy. I actually can't believe it. Like, there's so much killing on it. Oh my gosh. I wonder if the players are looking at any lines here. In my opinion, it's kind of hard to envision anything. Like, there's just so many crazy long squares. You don't even know. Do you have the damage? Do you have the time? Is it convenient? Whatever. At this point, it's hard to tell. But yeah, I just think, again, if you don't know what you want to do right now, I feel like just setup will help you no matter what you end up doing.
This is just a full kills board for sure. The only thing that we don't have to do for killing is acquire perfumed oil of Ranah. Even for acquire 3 blessings of America, you can't do that without killing a tree sentinel in the hinterlands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so normally it's the 2. That's the one that you're thinking of, Parky, is the 2. This is an X value square, so it does bounce between 2 to 4.
Okay.
So the 2 one, yeah, you can just pick up the 2 and you don't have to fight anything. But the last 2 are dropped by the 2 tree sentinels. So you'd have to go fight one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Like, I know I sound like a broken record, but I cannot believe how crazy this board is.
No, it is insane. Like, literally every square, almost every square that you're looking at just has the word kill in it. Adif here immediately going towards, by the way, the perfumed oil of Ranah, as I just mentioned. And we see CBD immediately going for that Black Knight Edred center square. So it looks like that Adif did not want to try and race that square, which I think is incredibly fair. And also, I don't think Adif did the Great Katana check here. So he doesn't feel confident in the weapon that he currently has. So racing that obviously doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, one thing I know about Adif, he loves a collectathon. Adif is he's really great at collecting things. So I'm not surprised if he would want to go for this. And yeah, I mean CBD is a fast player. He's great. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, I think it's fair for Adif to be like, okay, I don't think anyone was gonna do the oil right now. Kind of a random square.
Yeah,
Maybe I should
yeah.
just get that out of the way.
There it is. Center square here
Nice.
for
Center
CBD now.
square.
Very nice. Very powerful early square here. And we see Josh here, by the way, killing NPCs. He just killed Varray and he just killed Bach right now. So he's going to go ahead and kill some other NPCs here. That is the top right square. We already see a 2 marked there or hovered there by Team Red. Going to go for his third. Probably going to go for Alexander would be my guess. Maybe even Bernal, one of those two. And Chris here is in Alta's tunnel, just going for upgrades. Not even going to try and contest that either. So it looked like that possibly actually Team Red here, just based on how that went, that they were maybe eyeballing that diagonal together. And we're like, hey, if Josh can get that 50k, that diagonal 3 squares in the first, 10 minutes would be really nice. But Chris being a little bit faster now kind of preemptively stopped that. There it is, another square here, ready for Team Positive Vibes now, 2-1, getting that perfumed oil Ranah from Adif.
Yeah, I am trying to see like that is just a tiny bit out of the way. I'm curious if there was anything else on this board that really like matches up with that or like synergizes with that. I mean, maybe Nameless Mausoleum, right? Not much else though, right? He just picked that up just cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
fair
so.
enough. Yeah, fair enough.
We'll see here though, Savage Landscape picked up here from Adif, and there's another square from Itzerino. So 2-2 already, tied. 8 minutes in, 8.5 minutes in. 4 squares being marked on the board here, and it looks like that both teams have kind of like canceled each other's bingos out. So column 5 is already blocked out for both. Diagonals already blocked out for both. However, right now, square positioning, Team Red a little bit of advantage with that center square.
Yeah, this is, I mean, so far this is looking very even. Everyone's cooking, everyone's working on something. Adif, what weapon is that Adif's got? He looks good. I don't know where he got that from.
Let me see here. He did just do the Great Katana check, so probably it's Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. Yeah, it's the same one that CBD has. So yeah, both players definitely going for the same exact weapon here, which makes complete sense. It is a no-brainer, and seeing Sennaax and Lanciax as a co-op square on row 5, you definitely want the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana. That makes that fight incredibly easy. Okay. Well, hold on. Pull back, Dom. Not incredibly easy, but you know what I mean? Way more manageable. And just a lot easier to take down.
Dude, am I crazy, or has Lanciax, Sennaax been on every single damn board in the season? Oh my gosh, you rigged it, Dom. I feel like I see that every single game.
I mean, I gotta give the viewers the content.
Oh my god. If I was the player, I'd be pissed.
No, I'm not.
I feel like even the good players, like even not the, I mean, everyone's a good player, but even people, the most practiced players, no one likes fighting those dragons.
Yeah, literally no one does, and it's just it's a very tedious fight. It really is. It's like what is the other co-op square has been coming up a lot is the Rolano square though, but that one's definitely way more manageable, I would say.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like CBD is already going to go for Rolana here. We do have Rolana on that inner corner square here, column 2, row 2. So it looks like that they might be eyeballing maybe a diagonal here to try and push Constant Radon, Mohg, Lord of Blood onto Team Blue. That could be a possibility.
He's working on the tier league skip. I wonder where he's headed after that. He did die, unfortunately. That skip is so touchy sometimes. Like, it's easy, but it's also like, okay, sorry, I didn't jump with the horse, whatever. And
he does die again, sadly, because torrent damage, unlike player health, doesn't reset on death. So his torrent was just really low on health, and he dropped down to try to get to one of the rocks, and sadly, torrent's health bar was really, really low, and just immediately died and dropped him into the abyss here. Rolana right now on CBD screen here, having a really good fight so far. I'm expecting Josh here to potentially go for Rykard soon-ish. He does have Sword of Milos, by the way, in his inventory. I don't think Chris has Sword of Milos yet, but Chris loving a lot of decks. Oh, he does have it. So both base game players and DLC players running the same weapon, which makes complete sense. These are two really good weapons.
I would just like to point out CBD's fight here. I mean, huge credit to him. I mean, CBD's a great player. I already know that. But this is a really clean fight. He's like, he knows when to jump. He knows when to do the pierce roll attack. He knows exactly when to unlock, just attack behind him. Just like, such a clean fight.
Yeah. And it's also very early, too. Not a lot of Skidoo levels have been acquired yet. We're only 11, almost 12 minutes into the match. So being able to level Skidoo there this far is not that likely. So he's probably at like a level Skidoo 2 or maybe even 1, 2, maybe 3. Probably not 3. And that's not a lot for some of these bosses in the DLC.
All right, we got Chris working on Commander O'Neill. Okay. And Josh is going back for that pickup there that he got it. There we go. Great. Just wanted the money, I guess, even if he didn't get that square. It's fair enough.
Oh, yeah. 50K is 50K.
Mm-hmm.
Chris here working on Commander O'Neill, yeah, but not actually doing the Baboose strat, going for actually just fighting him instead. Interesting.
Yeah, he's got a little health bar. I feel like the base game is so stressful because of the everything will one-shot you.
That's how I feel about the DLC, to be honest. I feel like the DLC is just as
Look at those health bars.
Yeah, but like they hit like trucks. Like I mean, watch somebody get hit.
Sure.
It's like a third of his health, maybe even half. Yeah, look at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just looks more inflated, but it's I feel like just as crazy. Unless you have like a bunch of Skidoo, then it's fine. But
yeah, I don't know. Great fight though from Chris. I mean, I don't want to say I'm surprised because I mean Chris is a gamer, but like, man, I hate this fight.
yeah, really nice fight for not doing the baboosh.
Yeah.
Like very nice fight from Chris here.
Yeah.
And Ranah about to be dead here for CBD as well.
Surely no caster curse.
Surely. Looking really, really good though.
Oh my god. I love when he like unlocks and then circles her. I don't know why. I think that's like the coolest thing.
It is really neat. I've been watching V-Sweat doing his 207 bosses hitless, and he does this fight, and it's really crazy the strategies people have come up with to dodging Ranah. I remember when
Oh, Dom! You literally cursed him!
Wow.
Oh my god, CBD, if you watch this back, it was Dom, not me. Oh my god, that's
CBD, if you watch this back, L ratio. No.
That's crazy. Wow.
That is unfortunate. That is incredibly unfortunate because that could have been a huge pressure point here for Team Red.
Yep.
But still, going back in, he'll do this just fine. But yeah, talking about just in general, like these fights being kind of mastered, I think is really, really fun to see, especially in bingo, showcasing like how much you've practiced a boss, and sure, like kind of like in Sekiro, I guess, like with dead angles, it's the same with like dodging, right? Like there's specific angles you can stand at in Elden Ring where bosses just don't hit you, and that's why locking off is really, really nice.
Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, what are the other players doing here? We got no bosses right now. We got some tunnels. Oh, is this Adolf going for the...
He's going for Mariga here, yeah.
Mariga, yep. Okay, yeah, so this synergizes with World of Ranah. I was thinking that, and then I was like, wait, am I mistaking Mariga with the one in the base game? What is her name?
The ones in the base game, there's 3 of them. There's Gillica, Maggie, and Margot.
Margot, okay, yeah. No, this is absolutely a great decision from Adolf. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And this will block off the Itzerino's column 3, which is kind of a fast bingo, actually. I mean, no one's pursuing it, but they don't know that. So this is a good block if Adolf pulls this off.
And yeah, it's a good block, but also progresses their road 2 for them potentially here.
Yeah.
But obviously CBD is already working on that Ranah there, which would block out that road 2 and then progress their possible diagonal here. Josh getting ready to grab some Somber 7s and 8s here in Lake of Rot. Chris he is currently doing a Theodoric strat here. Kill a Magma Worm boss. Okay, he's going to try and use he's using the explosive clumps here to aggro Theodorics and bring a giant octopus over to Theodorics.
I wonder how consistent this will be because I've tried to do this and
it's pretty.
It wasn't that consistent.
It's pretty good. It's like really? The octopus that deals a lot of damage and has like, if the octopus doesn't get hit in the face, it has a lot of resistances, and the snail. Oh, he's getting 2 snails. The snail actually
God.
deals a good amount of damage towards Theodorix.
Dude, Chris is setting up a fight club here.
Is indeed
Also,
putting some time.
this is close to the Misbegotten Crusader, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It
so this
is.
not a bad decision actually to go for this right now.
Oh yeah, Misbegotten Crusader is also on the board here. Yeah, so yeah, row 5 here, but then also column 5 for the Magma Worm, and then row 5 for the Misbegotten Crusader. Yeah, lots of interesting movement here from the players, making sure they are covered on both ends. There it is, Ranah now for Team Itzerino,
Nice.
3-3.
All right. Oh no, Adef. Oh no. Yeah, so they've started working on that diagonal. Obviously, at this point, I feel like Team Blue sees that. I wonder if they're going to worry about blocking at all. Again, Adef could get the Nameless Mausoleum around here, but it's the Dancer, right? And Dancer's not incredibly easy, I would say. But to be fair, none of the Mausoleums are. So I wonder if they're gonna maybe call a bluff on this, because yeah, I mean, Consort Dawn's a long square, and so is Mohg.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, Rykard and Mesmer, they're not that long, but yeah, I'm curious. Something as a player and something that I look at other people's strategies, or rather as a previous player, is at what point do you stop calling the bluff? At what point do you actually block? And like, you know, are you playing the long game or whatever? And to me, it's so interesting seeing people's decisions on that stuff. So I'd love to see what they end up doing with that diagonal there.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting because I've been doing that in practice matches where mostly with like my team partner being like, hey, let's just fully commit to the line. Let's just fully commit to the line. And like I would say over half the time it has worked out because the other players being like, oh, I thought you would stall on that a little bit longer. It's like, well, I mean, we're right there. Might as well just call it, you know?
Yeah.
Nice Theodorix here from Chris, by the way. He almost has it killed. This is going to be a lot of money for him, too. I don't remember how much Theodorix gives you, but it is definitely a good chunk being a Snowfield boss. And there it is. There's the kill on Theodorix. There is the mark.
Nice.
And it's going to be a little bit of a hard call here then from Team Red being like, okay, Magmorm is dead, but which Magmorm is it? That's definitely not Runestorm Precipice. It's probably the Kaled one is what they're assuming because Kyrus just killed Commander O'Neill. So they're thinking that it might be the Kaled Magmorm one, but actually is the Snowfield one.
You know, Dom, seeing Crusaders on here, I don't know if they would think it's the Kaled one because like there's no reason to have gone down there, right? Unless most people think Theodorix is just like horrible to fight or something. I feel like maybe they would guess this one.
I don't know. The only reason why I say that is because no one has done Theodorix in bingo. Ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is the first Theodorix kill ever, I would say. So that's why I think like, this is just like a fresh thing to where no one's really expecting it. Like now, off of this match, it will be considered a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
most likely.
This is the Crusader tunnel, if I'm not mistaken. Or rather,
this is this is the Misbegotten Crusader tunnel, which I personally find a little still confusing. I still forget on how to maneuver here.
So one thing I want to say about this Crusader fight, if there are anyone in the chat who are unfamiliar with it, it's like deceivingly difficult. He hits like a truck, and he doesn't really stagger as easily as you might want him to or expect him to. Chris will absolutely be getting one shot by a lot of moves here. So I've been watching players practice the square and have trouble with it, which I mean, I don't know, maybe someone might be surprised by, but it's deceivingly a very hard boss, a very tricky guy. And so you got to be patient with it. So I would love to see if that's how Chris will be playing this.
Josh sadly dying here over and over again, trying to do the bridge skip here and weeping. Possibly jumping off of the wrong point here. And yeah, Chris going into that Misbegotten fight here. It is very similar to Leonine, but there are some new moves that this Misbegotten Crusader has that can be incredibly devastating, including this Golden Shockwave here that you'll see. That can be a lot of damage. And yeah, it's highly aggressive. Yeah, as you can see there, Chris immediately dying to the double slash there from the Misbegotten Crusader. It's really hard to dodge. And looks like that we're getting Blessings of America picked up here by Adef now as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, Adef loves collecting things. I super respect that.
It's easy. It's fun.
It's less
less stressful.
It's less stressful, and Adef probably knows or I mean, assumes that a lot of the other players are working on bosses and stuff. So he probably is like, yeah, I'll get this square right now.
Yeah.
All right, we got CBD who's looking at the meta square. It seems I don't think we have anything with any other meta related square, but we do have Duper Remembrance, so this will be something towards both of those two, which is good.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what the next big move will be here. I did expect a little bit of an earlier, like, Rykard Mesmer here play, possibly from Team Red. I was expecting Josh already to be in Volcano Manor, to be honest here, but he is actually in Weeping. Not exactly sure. Just going for a Sacred Flask +7, I guess, just to set himself up. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. You know what? Yeah. We're still only 20 minutes into the match here. He's going for Sacred Flask +7 because there is a lot of killing. There is Malenia on the board. There is Rykard on the board. There is Mohg, Lord of Blood. So being able to deal with some of those fights, having a lot of health would be really nice. There is the dupe here from Team Red.
There is the dupe, yeah.
Very nice here, killing Ranah. Now that's activating their column 2 here.
Yeah, so one thing that's a little scary here is there is a Deathright Bird that would be a block for Team Blue against Team Red in column 2, which is Adef square. I don't know how familiar Adef is with Deathright Birds. Personally, I hate them. But Adef is pretty set up to fight that Deathright Bird in Cerulean Coast. So, I mean, it's not terribly inconvenient. Hopefully he is familiar.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Pretty annoying one, though, with all those like ads around it.
GG's to Chris, by the way, on the Misbegotten Crusader. Nice kill here. Marks that it is currently 6-4 for positive vibes. But looking at the board right now, specifically, Team Red kind of in the lead when it comes to applying pressure. They have 2 bingo lines that they can go for. Team Blue has nothing really specifically. They have column 1 as a possibility, but they don't really have 2 squares in a line currently active that they can kind of utilize. Yep. So that's a little bit tough here. But it looks like that Adef is going for the... Oh, my God. Gets absolutely shot down like a dog in the mausoleum here by the Black Gaol Knight. Adef here making a face. But that would be a nice block here for the diagonal, which is a nice, I think, play here from Adef for sure.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. This guy has no business doing that move. I hate, like, what? Come on. It's crazy. It
is an insane move. I think because also he has hyper armor, so even if you do hit him, I don't, like, if he's in the middle of shooting, he doesn't stop. It's kind of insane.
You can't be greedy with this guy. It's just brutal.
Yeah. That's very much a big patience fight. And again, to anybody new out there, that hasn't played the DLC yet, this guy is really interesting, and this apparently applies, I think, to every single NPC, is when they two-hand their weapon, their poise value increases. So for Black Gaol Knight, when he has two-handed weapon like that, he is less likely to be micro-staggered than if he has his Gatling gun out or just like the two-handing his sword and his crossbow. Yeah. Like now he's more likely to be micro-staggered because he has both out. But when he's two-handing his greatsword, for some reason, he's got extra poise. And I'm not sure as to, like, that's just how he works. It's weird.
You just can get a better stance. He's, you know...
Yeah, but that doesn't apply to the players. You know what I mean? Like, if the player is two-handed, it doesn't change your poise value. But for some reason, for NPCs, that's just the thing. Yeah, it's really silly. I don't know why they made that choice.
Okay, what are the other players going on here? We got CBD and Ancient Dragon Man, which gives him access to the dragons, access to the coasts.
Yeah. Big south area opening after Ancient Dragon Man here. It's probably one of the more crucial bosses that you will have to do in bingo. It's very unlikely that you will not have to fight Ancient Dragon Man in a bingo match. There's most likely always a square in the southern coast, and you almost always have to go past him, unless it's like only the blue coast. But doing this fight is just a lot easier. It just gives you a lot more opportunities for different squares. Looks like Chris is try and contest Sacred Flasks here, but Josh has already been working on this for quite a while. So I don't know if this is going to be a race or possibly just a time sink for Chris.
Well, I mean, again, we are doing a lot of setup. There's a lot of bosses, a lot of killing, so it will time sink just a little bit when it comes to the square, but it's not like a total net loss. Having
Yeah,
more power in the flasks and just having more flasks in general is always a good thing.
it
So
is
it's
like
not
a
terrible if you lose the square.
it's like a somber 9 plus square
Yeah,
thing where like
yeah,
even if you lose out, it's nice just to have the weapon.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, uh I'm trying to see what Adif is doing here.
Looks like he's going for the Dancer of Ranah in the DLC. He's currently going through that small
Yes.
tunnel. So he already
Yes.
had the perfume oil of Ranah, but then kept the grace from before so that he can go
Right.
for this fight. This fight, I would say, personally, I think Dancer of Ranah is worse than Rakshasa.
They're equally bad, honestly, in my opinion.
This
Like,
one is, I feel like she input reads your attacks, and has like that fire move that just deals an insane amount of damage for no reason.
yeah, yeah. Some of these, like, they're crazy. These random NPC mausoleum bosses. They got insane impa reading, insane
Hmm.
poise. Just like it's such an annoying fight. Hopefully Ada first tries this. Hopefully he doesn't have difficulty with it because oh my god, is it ever frustrating to lose to these stupid guys?
Oh yeah, yeah. There she goes. She starts spinning already, and she can technically do this infinitely.
Yeah.
As for some reason, NPCs do not have mana or stamina. They can just do whatever the hell they want.
It looks like this NPC is using the old Bloodborne strat of spin to win. Any spin
Yeah.
to win in chat.
Any League fans that are Garen enjoyers, a spin to win. But yeah, the one thing that is the I would say annoying part, with Black Gaol Knight having like a lot of poise and having that crossbow, Dancer of Ranah has a thing where she will literally input read your R1. So if you press R1, she will backstep, she will dodge. As you can see, every single time that Adolf presses a button, she back
Wow.
hops.
Yeah.
So having a strategy for that is really really useful. Um, Mostly having like delayed attacks. Charged R2s seem to
Like
work really
that. I
well.
mean,
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is great. Stuff like this and also that throwing shield that I guess no one uses anymore, but we used it in my season where like you throw the throwing shield and then it will hit them after they've rolled and it's like a easy it will hit them every single time. It's so good. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of like this R2 here that Adif's been using.
And yeah, Chris here working still on Sacred Flasks here. Josh currently moving around as well. And it looks like CBD went to Roundtable here for just a moment. Maybe because there's another weapon that he wanted to pick up. I'm not too sure. He might be prepping his character a little bit more, grabbing some talismans. Oh, he is going for some status here. Oh, he might be going for the Death Bird. He did grab the Sanctified Wet Blade. He is going to be putting... Okay, so he's definitely going for the Death Bird here. He is putting Holy onto the club that you start out with as a DLC player.
Nice. Okay.
Savage Lion's Claw Club.
Yeah, so that's great that yeah, the South Coast here is really useful for CBD with the Deathright Bird, then the fingers, mother meter situation, the blowing. Oh, and there's Adef with the mausoleum.
Very
Nice.
nice block.
Easy
Very
first
nice
try.
block.
Great work, Adef. Yeah.
So that diagonal's blocked out now. And now here's the thing: is that they kill the Deathright Bird is kind of a big deal,
Yeah.
unless you are starting to work towards Morgott / Romina and Malenia. And this is maybe what Adolf is working on. Looks like he's going straight towards Golden Hippo here. Going to be grabbing that Skidoo fragment, going to go towards Hippo and start working on all those Remembrance fights that we see on this board.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad idea to go. It looks like he's might be thinking of Romina in long term here, because you got Mesmer he can kill, which is on the board. Romina he can kill, which is on the board, into maybe a potential consort in the future. So if that's what he's going for here, yeah, he gets the Skidoos, he gets set up, he gets the money from the hippos and everyone. It's not a horrible idea for sure, and works on well, not I mean I guess doesn't have to block those anymore, but yeah, just get squares on the board.
We'll
And
see
there's
this
CBD
Deathright
with
fight.
Deathright Bird, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Those birds on the side can be a little pesky here. And this fight in general can be really, really tough, especially with no armor, which CBD has been doing a lot lately. Seeing as to Jesus
Oh my god.
Christ, seeing as to that blue dancer does give you a lot of like damage, but again, this is also what happens is that you immediately die because you don't have any armor on.
Brutal.
So it is definitely I would say a volatile build that CBD goes for. It's a high risk, high reward type situation, and especially on this fight, it can be really, really tough.
Okay, and there is the
Yep.
Sacred Flask from Josh.
So there we go. Chris, a little bit of a time sink on trying to get that square, but that's fine. He at least still has a good flask here for these fights coming on up. That's a nice block here, I would say, from Itzerino, blocking out that column 1 and that row 4 now as well. So I think actually there are no bingo lines available for Team Blue besides column 4. No one has put a square on column 4 so far, but everything else is blocked out by Itzerino. So they're very much, it seems like, pushing for a potential majority game here. Nice stagger on that Deathright Bird here from CBD. Going to be going for that riposte right afterwards. And let's see what Itzerino's planning on next. And also what Chris and Adif are thinking about here, Team Blue. Looks like he's working his way already towards Mohg, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like none of these blocks have been devastating for any of these players because, yeah, they probably know these are all long squares. These are all, it's a kind of, you know, just a bunch of bosses. We don't know what the other person's doing. We don't know what kind of damage is happening. So, yeah, I feel like they have a majority game in mind. Yeah, there's Chris fighting that Sanguine Noble. God, this guy and his Reduvias, it's brutal.
Yeah, double Reduvia is pretty insane.
It is pretty insane. That was my build on my first Elden Ring playthrough.
Hell yeah. There we go. Nice kill here from CBD. There is that Deathright Bird kill. And that's going to be looking really good here for Team Itzerino. Again, have been behind on squares, but have been ahead on progression on the board specifically. That column 2 now looking pretty scary with it being Morgan in the base game and Romina and Malenia as a co-op square being the only ways to block that column 2. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, so we have Adif here again going for Romina, I guess. I think at least. Chris is working on the Mohg, which is good to block row 1. I do wonder if they plan on, like, I don't know what's more important, the row 1 or the column 2. Maybe we'll see a swap over to Malenia when Adif starts working on Romina. But yeah, I guess making Mohg progress in the meantime isn't a bad idea because they do have the Malenia Grace unlocked, so it's not much of a time sink to just go there.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's going to be a lot of money as well, which is going to be really nice. So once you get this kill, it's going to be really solid for the base game players to deal with some of these other fights as well. I would say personally, and this maybe is a weird take, I don't know, but I think Mohg is probably one of the easiest Remembrance fights. Like with Godric and all. Like once you understand Mohg, he is very manageable and very easy to tackle. And I'm expecting that from Chris and Josh as well here, who have been playing Elden Ring since day 1. That they should know how this fight goes. Doing a nice skip here from Chris, by the way, trying to avoid the enemies here and going straight towards the staircase. Josh are probably going to be doing the same thing in just a moment. And the DLC players right now, kind of racing here, what seems to be for Romina and also Mesmer, because those are on the board. But CBD going for the back side of Shadowkeep instead first for some progression, whereas Adif is going straight for the front door from Shadowkeep.
Yeah, I am curious what each of them are going to be prioritizing.
Yeah, not too sure. CBD would be currently behind when it comes to racing Romina and Mesmer, if it came down to it. But it looks like Adif is going to go towards Mesmer here specifically, as he is currently going all the way up to the loft area, running past this Fire Knight here. CBD going to be taking this elevator, and he could drop down if you want to and go straight towards Romina and pass Adef on possibly getting to Ancient Row first.
Yeah, the one thing to keep in mind is the CBD ADF race isn't, the most crucial thing when it comes to those squares, just because the square will not be marked until the other teammates have finished them. So if one player does get to it before the other, it's not the biggest deal in the world. And they also, I mean, they don't even know the opponent when the first player has completed that square. So yeah, this isn't like a make or break situation right now. But yeah, I mean, obviously being faster is always better.
Yeah. But a very early Mohg here for both players. 37 minutes into the match now. Chris going up the elevator. Josh very close behind him. Going to be going for that fight here in just a second as well. So this is going to be a bit of a Mohg race actually from both base game players here, which is going to be really, really nice.
And weapon. I don't know if they're upgraded the same amount.
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But depending on how this race goes, Chris either blocks out row 1 or row 1 looks really good here for Team Red.
Chris has got a much bigger health bar. Josh probably has more flasks. I can't quite see. It's a little fuzzy on the screen, but yeah, I think Chris is obviously in here earlier, so I think this might come down to some RNG, some weapon damage.
Not the biggest amount of damage, but it is yellow damage, and that's what we like to see at the end of the day. Yellow damage is great, and he's already going towards that first proc of knee heal. And we have Bloodhound Claws here from Josh, by the way. That would help out a lot here, going for some bleeds and for some frost, apparently.
Nice. That's a great choice. I think this is actually a great decision.
This might actually give Josh a way to catch up.
Okay, obviously the statuses are good, but without the status, that damage is insanely.
Yeah, I don't think he upgraded at all.
Yeah. I guess he wanted to just pull off one frost and that's it. Maybe he's deciding against those claws. Chris, yeah, it might be hard for him to catch up here, but...
Yeah, Chris already on phase 2 here.
Yeah.
A lot of damage. Yeah. Chris also utilizing the weapon art, by the way, of sort of Milos, which is that you yell out. This is the Dung Eater weapon as far as I understand, and it debuffs all the enemies around you. And also changes your R2, and it's a terrible R2. But it does debuff all the enemies, and that does allow... It's kind of like almost the same as Frost Grease, I guess, in that case. So yeah, this is definitely working out for Chris right now. Very much in the lead. Yeah. Josh still not in the phase 2.
Josh, I mean, Josh caught up more than I would have expected him to be able to in terms of the damage. But yeah, I mean...
Still going to be tough here. Currently going into phase 2 now. Knee heal. Blood for the Blood God.
Nice stagger there.
And that is it, I believe, here for Chris. That should be the kill. There it is.
Nice.
Huge pickup and nice block here from Team Positive Vibes.
Yeah, I do wonder if Josh is going to finish out this fight just because the Remembrances are on the board and we do have Mohg and Consort Radon on the board anyway. Yeah. It looks like he agrees with that and he's going to finish it out.
Yeah, and it's a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it might as well not make it feel like a complete waste of time. Very nice fight here from Josh as well, though. Great job here from Chris. And he's going straight towards Malenia, a very early Malenia. He's already at the Grace, leveling really quick with the Mohg money that he has. Oh, never mind. He is porting. Okay. So he was thinking about it, but then he, I guess, decides he saw something else on the board that he really liked. And we see Skidoo View here from CBD, by the way. I think maybe possibly going for the Blessings of Marika.
Yeah, I do wonder what Positive Vibes think about that column too. Again, maybe Chris is just waiting for Adef to get to Romina for him to start working on Malenia. But yeah, I mean, column 2 hasn't been blocked yet. Yeah, and here's going to be the Blessing America, which is nice. And then that'll be Itzerino's block against column 4.
So much happening. And it's kind of crazy that both teams are really much being very proactive about blocking lines.
Yeah.
Very, very proactive match here. Match 1.
Yeah, this board is just insane. I wonder how they feel about it. I'm curious if the players like the killing squares or if they prefer the other ones. Maybe 100% killing squares is a little much. I don't know. I'm curious. They did have decent weapons though, which is great. This would suck if they didn't have many good choices to work from. Or like if they just had like pure trash and they just had no yellow damage ever. Alright, and there's CBD with the horse guy down. Sentinel, what's his name? Tree Sentinel? There has not been a lot of deaths on bosses here from what I remember. It's pretty impressive. I mean, we've seen a few deaths to other random stuff, but I feel like players...
Oh. Had a quick little reset there, I guess. This fight's definitely a lot longer for Josh than it was for Chris. I do wonder if it's really a level difference here. I guess the kill... Honestly, that would make a lot of sense because Josh hasn't really killed as much as Chris. Chris killed the Theodorix Magworm. He killed Misbegotten Crusader. That's a lot of extra money for Chris. That probably pulled a lot of weight in this fight.
Yeah, and here's what we were talking about earlier. That Memory of Grace with 50k runes. It doesn't really look like it's mattered in a negative way at this point, right?
Yeah.
There's been so many other ways to get money. So that was actually a great call from Chris.
Yeah, very, very nice call from Chris here. Possible Mesmer fight here now from Adolf. He's dropping down. He did grab the loft here. I think he did the Shadow Keep skip here. Actually, very nice from Adolf. Oh, okay. He wanted to actually go to Gaius, but he actually went and wound up to Mesmer. I've done that so many times where you just like autopilot because both getting to Gaius and Mesmer are very similar up until the very end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's going to go for that Blessings of America. And there is the mark though here from CBD.
Yeah. We do have Chris. Looks like he's looking at Rykard and Mesmer. I don't know if his opinion will change on that now that Itzerino has blocked column 4. It looks like yes, actually. And it looks like he's going to Malenia.
Yep. Well, Josh is already there, and he already entered the fight. So
Malenia.
We're going straight from a Mohg raise to Malenia raise. This board is literally offering everything.
Wow.
Josh a little bit ahead here. Already has a couple hits and has a stagger already. Who has the better Malenia fight? Jesus, these guys are like in sync on every fight. What is this? Are they on Discord? Are they talking to each other? Hey, go to Malenia. I'm gonna do Malenia.
Josh, let's set up a Malenia race.
Yeah, let's go real quick. And now the health bar.
Josh is ahead.
Yeah, and the health bar is looking a lot better now for Josh as well after that Mohg fight. So that money was definitely worth it for sure. Really nice stagger here from Josh. Now, obviously, there is no Malenia square here, so even both base game players, once they finish Malenia, they don't know.
Yeah.
If it mattered or not.
Yeah, so that's one of the interesting things about these co-op squares. This is what I was saying earlier. There is a Malenia race. It doesn't like really matter right now because they're not going to steal the square from one another. Having Malenia done is going to be great, obviously, but if one finishes slightly before the other, it's not going to make the biggest difference. What the square will come down to is Romina, which actually it looks like we're heading towards a Romina race. CBD and Adolf are neck and neck on this bridge, actually.
Dude,
they're also on Discord call telling each other.
Yeah, what the hell? Dude, this is actually insane. I did not think that co-op squares were the way to go if we wanted more bingo races between players. Like, this is wow, and actually Chris caught up to Josh.
Yeah, which I was actually surprised about because it looked like Chris was having a little more RNG difficulties with like the waterfowl dance and all that. But yeah, I don't know. That's crazy that he caught up.
Yeah, there it is. Chris already in phase 2 here, like a little bit ahead now, but barely. Both of them currently waiting for the bloom to happen. Insane. Again, a lot of money for these base game players now. Like after this fight, they should be dealing with every single fight without a problem. They'll have so much damage, so much health. everything should be a-okay. Now this really comes down to RNG, I would say, for the phase 2 here. Like how many waterfowls do you get? How many of those spectral attacks that you get? You know, the one where she like flies in the air and the ghosts. Whatever that move is called. I don't even.
Yeah, the shadow clones. Yes,
shadow
Chris
clones.
did die to that a few weeks or last week. That shadow clone move.
Yeah. Chris. Oh my
so,
God, he's so ahead though. Oh, there is waterfowl for Josh. Chris did not have to deal with waterfowl, so there is that.
Oh my gosh, Josh! What? That was amazing dodging.
That was a really cool.
Holy, Josh, that was amazing.
I think that's what Aggie calls the loop-de-loop and pull.
Okay.
Is the move here? That's nice.
Oh no.
Okay, did get hit there once, but did survive. Yeah, definitely worse RNG here, sadly, for Josh on the Malenia fight, and he does die.
Damn, I cursed him, I think.
Very unfortunate. Chris here does get the kill here, though, on Malenia, but does not know if he got it or not. Oh, it looks like that we did miss something here. CBD might have died, actually. Trying to do a skip here or something.
Oh my gosh.
Because
it's so hard to keep track with the 4 players we have a Malenia race going.
I know. Adaf here is very far ahead right now, currently on the bridge already. I do wonder where he died. Did he die on the skip? He must have died on the tree skip. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so at this point, yeah, Chris got Malenia first. Adaf is definitely ahead on Romina. And there's CBD setting up that tree. God, this tree skip. This is like pretty consistent unless, and maybe this is just me, but unless you're in the wrong time of day that you didn't practice it and the shadow is like slightly different, it's like, damn.
I don't even.
The shadow could be there.
What
you don't use. Yeah, you just send it, right?
No, I don't just send it. All right, it just looks like I just send it, but I know there's a very specific angle, and there is. I explained this on stream once. There is. So when you drop off, the way the rock is shaped, it's a bit of a corner piece, and all you do is you sprint your horse right on that corner piece, and you will always land on the tree.
Maybe we should have a halftime show of that, Dom. That'd be.
I am planning on putting together a bingo skip video for in between matches.
That's really good.
Yeah, well, we're doing that tomorrow, actually. So yeah, chat. For anyone wondering, there are some schedule changes. Obviously, today, as you can see, it's not Positive Vibes versus Blank Sonetta first. It's Blank Sonetta second. It's Itzerino first. And tomorrow, sadly, due to some scheduling conflicts here, we'll only have one match tomorrow, which is going to be Blank Sonetta versus Frog Car Spin. And what I'll be doing is before that match, I will go ahead and go through a bunch of bingo skips with you guys and showcase a bunch of the different bingo skips that the players do as like a precursor to the bingo skip video that we'll have in between matches.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then we'll go into the match afterwards just to have a little bit of a longer stream rather than just one match, a one-off. Nice fight here from Josh, by the way, going to phase 2 here for Malenia now. Chris here, I believe, working towards Morgott already.
Yeah, so Chris is working on Morgott, which is a great idea, especially just in case they don't get Romina Malenia. However, Adaf is literally in the Romina fight. CBD hasn't reached it yet, and also Josh hasn't killed Malenia yet. So yeah, that's where, I mean, it's looking like it's in their favor at this point. Obviously, anything can happen. I think just one death from Adaf will even this out. But yeah, they're definitely ahead.
Yeah,
I think showing off the skips is a great idea, especially for a lot of casual players who don't get to watch practice or don't know that those skips exist. So, Chad, if that's you, you should definitely tune in for that.
Hell yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're in a fight here starting for CBD now as well, but Adaf already almost in phase 2 here. There's the phase 2 transition here for Romina. And but Frost procking here for CBD. He did switch to the Great Katana now. I don't know where he found that, but is not using the Dragon Hunter's Great Katana right now for the time being because this way he has 2 statuses rather than just 1.
You know what's worth pointing out though with Romina, the RNG on phase 2 is so important. It's so significant in these fights because she can really just stall. Like, she can literally just stall where, like, you just can't do anything. You can't even be greedy because she's in the air or she's, like, gonna Scarlet Rot you with the butterflies or something. So that actually could make a massive difference here. CBD is actually like almost caught up.
Yep.
So this is actually a lot closer than it initially looked like.
Nice stagger here from Adef. Malenia is down for Josh now, so it's
Nice.
definitely coming down to the Romina race between
Ooh,
the both players
all right,
here.
Romina race.
Oh boy. Josh. Adef here definitely currently ahead on the Romina fight here, but one Frost proc could really change it all for CBD.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Frost proc here, but also one bleed proc could change it here for Adef. Currently still ahead. Gets a nice stagger here for Adef.
Stagger, wow.
This is looking like a square for team. Positive vibes and a really nice block here on that column too.
Yeah.
Nice fight here from Adef.
Oh my god, the Rominas are like almost synced up. Wow, that was
nice. There we go.
That was very close. That was very close. I wonder if CBD, how he feels about that, or if he was expecting that.
Very nice block. Very nice block. Team
on
positive
the bright
vibes.
side, this isn't a terrible. I mean, obviously that square would have been really amazing to have for them because of their line, but like at the end of the day, this is not a total loss. It's still a remembrance. It's still access to Concert Radon if it comes to that. It's not like this is a for nothing square, which is nice. This board has a lot of that, to be honest.
Yeah, there's a lot of like you're not fully punished type situations, which is really nice. And what's really cool to see here, by the way, as well, is that now we're in a full majority game. All the lines have been blocked after that last square here. So now it just comes down to who makes the right calls as a team. Chris here currently working on the 3 Black Knife Assassins apparently in the Ordina jail, whereas Josh right now is making his way towards Capital. Romina fight here for CBD and Mesmer fight here for Adef as he is trying to possibly, oh my god, gets lit up like a turkey on Thanksgiving. Possibly going to be going for maybe the Remembrance square. Jesus, that's a hard word.
Yep. The
Remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for whoever ends up doing Medard. That square is so long. They've got good weapons and all that, so it's not the end of the world, but man, that square is long. I personally don't like it.
Yeah, it is tough. It is very, very tough.
It's interesting that no one's contested Godric dancing line. I know that doesn't really synergize with much else, but those are pretty. I mean, I guess Godric is kind of a run, right? There's not a huge reason to get to him.
Yeah, they just both take time. Yeah, Bellerot takes a while to get through. So does, Stormvale Castle. It looks like that Adef is working on Crucible Knights right now. There is that one square, kill one of each Crucible Knight on the board. And so Adef taking on Devonia.
Oh, man. This is a great Ash of War that we can use against her. But Devonia is honestly a really chaotic fight. Like, kind of horrible. I hate fighting Devonia. It just, the moves make no sense. They last way too long. They track you forever.
Yeah, she very much has like moves that are like so delayed that they confuse you. That's pretty much how that fight goes. Sadly, not a boss. I really wonder sometimes the decision making at FromSoft having two of the other like Crucible Knights being actual bosses. Devonia is just a random enemy that you can bump into as a Crucible Knight.
Great kill though from Adef. Wow.
Very nice kill.
Impressive. We have CBD also working on Devonia, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Going from behind though.
And Chris here going straight for the Azura's Hero's Grave here for the other 2 Crucible Knights. Going for the double Crucible Knight fight.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Yeah.
Nice stagger already. Damn. Oh, he staggered her out of it. Staggered her out of the stagger.
Yeah, I mean, this like move that she's doing, no one else does that. So it's just like she has so many unique moves that you can't practice anywhere else.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
It's really neat though too, and sadly we don't learn any of those moves at all as Incans, which is really unfortunate. Mesmer fight here for Adef right now, dealing it with Hornson to make sure he doesn't have to deal with that later in case he has to do Concert Radon, that doesn't show up for the Letta fight here. Lanedale Capital for Josh right now, going to be possibly doing Capital skip here. And yeah, Devonia almost dead here for CBD right now. One more hit left. Nice.
Yeah, great Mesmer fight so far. Oh my god, these stupid chariots on Chris's screen here, they're such a time waste. I hate those things.
It's silly to watch, that's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, those belong in Dark Souls 2. Put him in Dark Souls 2, get him out of Elden Ring. Alright, here we go, Josh with some Landel skips.
Very nice.
Nice, Josh. Alright, what is Josh looking at here? I mean, oh, the Crucible Knight. Am I crazy? I didn't even know there was one in here. Nice. I mean, yeah, being in Landel isn't a horrible time sink or anything either because, you know, you have Morgott. So yeah, I just didn't even know this guy existed.
Oh yeah. He just kind of hangs out. Or I guess she in this case. Celuria is also a lady. Livonia and Celuria are ladies. Ordovis is the only dude. Crucible Knight. But yeah, they're kind of hanging out.
Say that, Ordovis is the only one who has a name in this duo fight. That's interesting.
Yeah, Celuria actually does have a name, but only in the Deeproot Depths. There's a lone Celuria hanging out by herself at a dead tree, which seems to be like an old Ur tree that died out a long time ago. A little bit of lore drop there. But Josh here actually might beat them to it. This is actually really good from Josh here. He went for that Celuria in Lanedale Capital. Instead is now going for the Everjail Ordovis. So he might actually take this away from Chris. This might be a nice snipe here from Josh. This fight does take a while.
Yeah. Wow, great damage. Wow. Yeah, wow. Josh played this really well. I wouldn't have expected that routing. That was awesome.
Yeah, very nice picks here from Josh for sure. So Chris and Josh are pretty much racing
Chris
on Ordovises right now.
Wow. Wait, this is this is a little bit closer than I expected.
This is very close here. A little bit of RNG involved, but if Josh just gets a stagger. Oh, here we go. Oh, nice jump. And there it is.
Wow. There it is. And Chris fought the duo Crucible Knights for no reason.
Very nice pickup here. And yeah, Chris literally 2 to 3 hits away on that Ordovis.
Yeah.
Very nice pickup here from Josh.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, this game is so close, dude. I feel like it's just in every direction. And there's CBD going into or burning the ceiling tree, making progress towards Consort Radon. Now, okay, now Domo, can you tell me anything about reaching Dancing Lion from this direction?
From CBD's direction?
Yes, is that something that exists?
That is something that exists, yes.
Okay.
There is a skip that you can do here. So when you go towards Euphoria, you have an angle that you can drop down towards Dancing Lion. Instead, it's a little risky, and if you die, you're not allowed to use the stake to get into Ballarat. So that's the only thing that's a little risky. That's why CBD here is grabbing this Grace here just in case, I believe, and working towards Dancing Lion, or maybe just not wasting the time, because getting to the Euphoria in of itself is a little bit of a time sink here.
It is. It's a little bit of a weird run.
But yeah, there is pretty much like a little hole in the ground when you go towards Euphoria that you're able to pretty much drop onto the staircase right before Dancing Lion, and that is something that players can do. But again, it's a little bit of a time sink anyway, so just going the normal way seems fair.
Yeah, I was watching players practice that jump down to Dancing Lion. That's not something that we did in my season, so I've never seen that. But I mean, it is an interesting addition of. It's another layer to Bingo where, okay, you know, you're making progress towards Consort Radon, but you're also making progress towards Dancing Lion, weirdly. However, CBD didn't opt for that choice, which is cool. Maybe he just doesn't want to play risky, and that's fine.
Yeah, I think just having a backup plan is always solid here. But yeah, it looks like that both players are rushing Dancing Lion right now. Chris here going for Sanguine Noble, going for Rykard here now as the co-op square, trying to grab one of those co-op squares on the board. And Josh here making his way towards Godric. So looks like that they are kind of all going for co-op squares at the moment. 3 Black Knife Assassins is not currently on the menu. Neither is Morgott or Matir. It's all about the co-op squares right now because, yeah, the 9 different remembrances, all the different co-op squares, almost all of them, lean into the 9 different remembrances anyways.
Yeah, good choices in my opinion. We do have Adef almost in the lion fight. CBD is not quite there yet. I think with maybe a death from Adef or something, maybe CBD can catch up on that. And RNG, I mean, how much would you say RNG matters in this fight? Like, I would say depending on if the players are comfortable with the lightning phase.
Yeah, the lightning phase can be a little tough, for sure. I think that's the worst phase personally. It's very much because the lightning strikes feel RNG. I've had some people mention that it's not really, but it just feels like it for sure. It's very frustrating to deal with. Positioning's really hard in this fight. It's really important to get like a good standing position here for your character to make sure you can punish correctly and not just have to run away the whole time. But I do think, okay, it looks like that Josh did grab Stormvale Castle here, killed Market, but it's not going for Godric right away, but going for Capital Skip once again, and it's kind of splitting progress, it looks like. Going to go possibly to start working on a little bit of Morgott, maybe go kill Goldfree, and then go back again and go kill Godric then, because he doesn't want to be sniped off, potentially, here. So he's waiting for CBD to get to the Dancing Lion fight, and then maybe ports back afterwards, and then they do it together, I think is the current plan here for Itzerino.
Yeah, these are great choices. I feel like we've seen this a lot today. And yeah, when with the co-op squares, when what you do right now doesn't totally matter because it depends on what your partner is doing, you totally have the freedom to do that. So that's a good choice, I think, from Josh. And there's Adif with almost killing Dancing Lion. Very nice fight, Adif. That was great. And yeah, he is absolutely comfortable with this fight. Nice. Wow.
Very nice. Yeah, pierce damage goes really well on this fight, and Great Katana / Dragon Hunter's Great Katana has a lot of piercing moves that make it a lot easier to approach. Goes straight towards back to the Specimen Storehouse here. I think he's going to go ahead and make his way towards Gaius potentially here, just to rush maybe the different remembrances. Instead of going for... or did he not beat Mesmer? I do think I missed out on if he actually beat Mesmer or not.
He did ? I also missed that he was fighting and got him very low, but we must have looked away on the actual kill.
No, okay, it looks like that he actually is going for Gaius here. Interesting. Okay, that's fair. It is progression towards Matir as well. Matir with their fingers here, getting access to the finger ruins here. Dancing Lion still on the board for CBD at the moment here, and Chris killing Rykard, going for that nice shield strat.
Poke. Yep, classic shield poke strat.
Very nice.
Yeah, the other thing with Gaius is it does give us progress towards Meta, and it also gives us a lot of Skidoo, which is great. I mean, it's kind of a run to Skidoo. I feel like I've seen some players just not even get it, not even like take it. So I wonder if Adif will, but like again, I mean, we got some big bosses. We got Conservadon, we got Meta, we got Sennaax, which is extremely out of the way, by the way. I'm curious if they're gonna end up doing that. But getting more Skidoo is absolutely gonna be a major help, and I think it's worth a little detour. So that's the other thing with CBD. I wonder if he chose to go through the Dancing Lion dungeon instead of doing the skip because there are a few extra Skidoo in there. Maybe he just wanted to grab some of those as well.
Could be, yeah, definitely could be. Goldfree here for Josh now. I'm assuming after the kill on Goldfree, Josh will pivot off and go fight Godric, but I'm also not 100% sure. Dancing Lion is dead for CBD now as well. Rykard here on Chris's screen. It's going to be a nice pickup here for Team Positive Vibes, a possible 10th square, as Rykard is the only thing that they need left for that co-op square, Rykard and Mesmer.
A great Goldfree kill.
Very nice Goldfree kill.
Chris is running out of, I mean... I don't know how much he's using that L2, but he is running out of blue.
Yeah, I think as of right now, not really using it. And also not going for the classic stagger Rykard when he goes for the transition attack thing here, but does go for the Ash of War one last time, and that should be a lot of damage. There it is. One more jumping R2 should do it Boom. There
Very
you
nice
go.
fight. Yeah, looks good.
Dunked on him, and there's the mark. 10-8 right now for Team Positive Vibes.
So it looks like Josh is very close to Morga, which I assume he's just gonna go fight. There's no reason to hold that at all. Itzerino is also approaching. I mean, to be fair, blue team hasn't been marking how many they're at. We'd have to count. But red team, I mean, they've got a lot. They are approaching the 9 count. Maybe I'll take a second and count blues because I'm curious what they're at. I wonder who's gonna get that one.
It is going to be close. It's going to be very, very close, I think. Morga here is another Remembrance, though, for Team Red. This is going to be a nice square and possibly their 7th Remembrance.
I think
very
they're at
nice
6.
dodges.
I think Team Blue is at 6.
Team Blue's at 6. I mean, they have Romina, Malenia. They have Mohg. That's 3 at the very least. Rykard, Mesmer. That's 5.
And Dancing Lion.
Yeah, 6. I think, yeah, you're right.
So they're at 6. Red team is at 7. Here's Josh fighting the 8th.
Yeah.
So they're definitely a little bit ahead on that. We have Chris going towards Godric, but we know that Josh has Godric set up. Dancing Lion, I believe that was an incredibly fast kill.
That was a fast Morgoth kill here from Josh. I mean, they have killed Mohg and Malenia. They have a lot of money, so this fight now is a joke to them at this point. And yeah, so Josh going to go ahead and talk to the tree door real quick so he can get out of there. And Chris already, I think right now, bypassing Josh when it comes to Stormvale Castle, because I don't think Josh got past the gate. He only killed Margaret and grabbed the Grace here. So now I think Chris is in the lead for that co-op square of Dancing Lion and Godric.
Yeah. So if Josh does opt to go for Godric here, we will be seeing a little bit of a Godric race. I mean, Chris is definitely ahead a little bit, but yeah. Dancing Lion has been killed on both ends, so that is definitely their square. We do see CBD going for the fingers here, so he's looking at Metter. I would like to see Metter. I mean, I don't want to play Metter, but I do like to see them fight Metter and do the whole shindig that leads up to her.
I agree.
Oh, wait, what happened to Black Knife Assassin? I thought Chris was working on that.
Oh my god, Adif never went to go talk to Emir for the finger whistle.
Oh gosh.
So Adif just wasted his whole time trying to get to these fingers.
Uh-oh.
He never started the quest. He just lost so much time.
Yeah,
that's my god. He's like, all right, I'm just not going to do the quest. I'm going to go ahead and just go for Gaius instead as a remembrance. Great call here from Adef, trying to put out a fire real quick in his brain, being like, okay, you know, don't tilt from goofing up the time loss here. Just go for a quick kill. Very unfortunate. There it is. Two finger rune calls already on CBD's screen, getting that beloved Stardust, getting through the dialogue real quick, and then going straight for the mid-tier fight.
That's good. And you know what? When CBD marks this, I bet Adif is going to think, okay, I'm glad that I didn't continue to pursue that because I would have lost it.
Yeah, a little bit of a blessing in disguise for sure here. Chris going to be getting Godric right now. This is going to be a little bit of snipe here on Josh as Chris is already in phase 2, going to get that square. That's going to be 11 squares for Positive Vibes and another Remembrance. This is going to be their 7th Remembrance, I believe, or even 8th. And then Gaius here might be their 9th Remembrance. So this is actually possibly a huge snipe.
Yep, yeah.
Oh, this is number 8.
Yeah. Itzerino, we're definitely ahead on those remembrances.
Yeah, so this is going to be number 8 for Positive Vibes once they get Gaius. And then Godric is going to be number 8 for Josh. And then 9 is going to be Matir.
Yes, yeah, which I assume that they were, that's what they were counting for that square.
Yeah.
However, Gaius is obviously much faster. And,
really nice fight.
yeah, it looks like they might, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it looks like they might be losing that square there.
Yeah, they might lose.
And there we are back to the Black Knife Assassins. I was wondering what happened to that because we saw Chris working on this earlier.
Yeah, this is looking like a square actually for... This is looking like a double square actually for Team Itzerino. This might be actually 11-11 here in just a moment after this Matir fight. This might turn into a complete even game at this point. Which is insane.
Wait, what is the double? It's the Metter.
Matir, Mother Fingers, but also acquire 9 different remembrances because Godric just died. That's their 8th. This will be their 9th, so they get 2 squares for killing Matir. She's a remembrance.
Yeah. Oh, I thought Team Blue was just about to get 9 right after guys. I must have
No,
miscounted.
that was 8. That's their 8th
Okay. Okay.
remembrance.
Okay. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I thought Adolf
Yeah.
was about to get that, and that's why I was saying Adolf, or sorry, Gaius is a faster kill. But I guess yeah. No, no, I miscounted that.
No, yeah, you're good. Yeah, he's going for Ranah here right now. He's running towards Castle Ensis. And who knows, maybe there is a little bit of an oopsie poopsie end here to where Team Positive Vibes can actually get that square. But if CBD knows his fight as well as he knows as the other ones, this could be a huge swing into Itzerino's favor.
And you know what? Some frost, some bleed. I mean, that's gonna go a long way on this fight.
Yeah. 100%. Chris here working on those Black Knife Assassins, and so is Josh here. But Chris going for the Ordina Assassins here, all 3 invisible. Josh going for the visible ones here just to make it a little bit easier on himself. So seeing which ones are faster again. Both Chris and Josh going for different options, the same way they did with the Crucible Knights.
Yeah, I really do like that. It's so interesting to actually be able to see side by side which options are better, like the riskier but faster, or the slower and steadier one. And that was better for Josh, the slower strat when it came to the Crucible Knights. We'll see if it's better here.
Huge Frost and Bleed proc here in Materia Mother of Fingers, by the way, for CBD. Going into the phase 2 right now, trying to get some more status builds up in, get some really nice damage off here. Hopefully getting another stagger here once she lands. That would be very beneficial. Does get a really good RNG move here. It maybe hits her in the chest a couple times, and that might be a stagger. Does not get the stagger right away, but after this, he might try to rush the chest here. Hit her with an R1, potentially. Okay, has to wait it out.
Here we have Adolf working on his 9th Remembrance. So this is a little bit of a Acquire 9 Remembrance square, I think. If I'm not mistaken on that.
Yeah, this is bad RNG right now for CBD. Has to be careful. Does get hit by the spin attack. If she goes into the laser attack now, he is maybe in deep, deep trouble. Oh my!
Oh wow!
Jesus Christ.
Amazing proc there.
They're currently counting to make sure that they had 9. They're talking to each other. There it is. There is the double mark.
Nice. And it's 11-11. Oh my gosh. So 3 Black Knife Assassins is the next square off the board, I assume. And then we have Consort of Dawn and Sennaax and Lanciax. Oh my gosh, Sennaax and Lanciax.
this is turning into an insane game. We're currently 1 hour and 13 minutes into this. And yeah, Adolf just quitting out of Ranah, realizing that it doesn't matter anymore if he has remembrances or not. He's going to go straight for Consort Radon here instead, running towards Aenir Limb. And so is CBD already in Aenir Limb. And we'll see Ancient Dragon Lanciax on Josh's screen. Oh, he's going for his 3rd Black Knife Assassin, which is going to be actually in this Sage's Cave.
So let's talk about the late of fight. Are CBD and Adolf even on the amount of people in the late of fight?
I believe so.
Does CBD have Horn Scent in there?
I don't think so. Normally players make sure that they don't have Horn Scent in there, but I also am not 100% sure.
I didn't see CBD getting rid of Horn Scent anywhere in any way.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And I do think if they have the same weapon, I do think Horn Scent can actually be a big difference in that fight. So I guess we'll see. Though CBD, I mean, he is ahead.
Yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting, coming down to who gets Consort Radon first now between Adolf and CBD. CBD is definitely ahead by at least 30 seconds here. So it's gonna come down to who does the fight better, who does the fight faster, and also how does the let of fight go. So there's a lot of what's the word? Variables here that could really change on how this race goes between these two contenders right now. Well, Chris and Josh are still racing Black Knife Assassins. Chris, I believe, is on his last Black Knife Assassin here. He's doing one currently in the Catacomb here. There it is, marked by Positive Vibes now, sniped away from Josh. That's a huge time sink here now for Team Itzerino, realizing that Team Positive Vibes, all they need now is one more square to lock it out. Either it's Consort Radon and Mohg, Lord of Blood, or it's Sennaax and Lanciax. So base game players, all they have left right now is Lanciax.
Yep, Lanciax. So we do have Josh heading towards that. I have been watching Josh practice a lot recently, and he's been practicing the hell out of that Lanciax skip.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's going to be doing that right now.
I think he already grabbed the grace for it. He's already at the fight, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he already grabbed the Grace for before when he went for the Black Knife Assassin, I believe.
Okay, makes sense actually. I would have wanted
Yeah.
to see Josh do that skip.
I
But
did
yeah,
miss the skip too. I did miss the skip too. It is pretty crazy though. It is very much crazy, just like torrent jumping on a wall. This is very much going to come down to the DLC players after this fight to who. And this is a big guessing game for Itzerino. It's like, is it Concert Radon or is it Sennaax that Adolf is going for? Because Positive Vibes is currently a square ahead, so that he could pick, he could pivot if he really wanted to, and go for Sennaax instead and get a head start on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're the safest option to assume is that they're working on Concert Radon because they already have Mohg, and Team Red knows that. So they might just be guessing. Okay, the safe thing here is Consort.
I'm thinking for Adolf here or Positive Vibes in general, probably their communications like, hey, if I got Dragon Hunter's Great Katana at the Katana check, most likely CBD has that too, which means they might be going for Sennaax Lanciax instead, because it's going to be really, a little bit easier to tackle with that specific weapon. So instead, I'm going to go for Concert Radon to possibly not, get sniped on that. But as we see, CBD is already at the staircase right before Letta here. Adolf, not that far behind at all.
Yeah, he's really not. Yeah, I do think some Letta RNG. I also am curious again who is in the Letta fight for CBD. CBD is skipping the Grace, or is he gonna come grab that after he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's grabbing it after. So what you do here is you have Letta start talking, and then you run to this door again, and then she stops talking, and that's actually faster than having her finish her sentences.
Oh my gosh! Wait, that's amazing.
Yeah, you just go ahead and you do that. That way you can just like get through the fight a little bit quicker. If you're quitting out right now on that dancing lion or divine warrior, lion warrior, whatever the hell they're called. Trying to get past the staircase. This guy can be a big menace here. Oh, this is very risky from Adolf. Goes ahead and quits out again. Lanciax is now dead here for Josh. He has nothing else to do on the base game side of things, and is just going to have to wait it out now as he hopes that CBD clutches up for the team.
All right, here's CBD summoning Natan. Let's go, dude. And there's Adolf. He's about to get in the fight. Man, if this comes down to Sennaax, that would just be crazy. Sennaax is so far away from all of them right now.
This is really insane. If it comes down to Sennaax, is going to be a bit of a long haul for sure.
Yeah, so CBD does have Hornson in his fight actually, which I think will even out the fight between him and Adolf. I think that'll make it like neck to neck.
Yeah, possibly could here. Hornson is definitely stalling right now, not really being super aggressive here with CBD. But CBD now getting a really nice overhead stance attack here on Hornson, and now gets to deal with Dane. But his buddy Natan should be showing up here in just a moment. Right about nowish. Natan. There he is.
He comes when he's ready, Dom.
Yeah, he was having breakfast.
Yeah. It's so funny when it's like he'll show up when the time is right or whatever it says. It's like, okay, man.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, chat, we're having an insane race here. And if you are trying to enjoy Bingo Brawlers to its fullest here on Twitch, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, either with the Prime, that's for free, if you have Amazon Prime, or just with the Tier 1 sub. That way you do not get ads during any of these matches and these hype moments. And go ahead and just follow the stream. Make sure that you're up to date with Bingo Brawlers as a whole. Go ahead and check out the website. Follow all the players that are playing this season. They're practicing a lot during the week, so you can check out those practice matches as well. See how they talk about strategy, how they learn about the game. All really, really fun and amazing content out there. And yeah, just appreciate the support, guys. We're waiting for this Letta fight.
Okay, so CBD did kill first, but it is extremely close. Like, this is so neck and neck.
It is very close, yeah, because Adolf just got the kill too, and he's like maybe 10 seconds behind. Maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah. So this is gonna come down to Radahn. They've got the same weapon, or wait, no, did CBD switch off? He's using a different one now.
Yeah, he's using
okay.
the Great Katana with ice on it instead.
Okay, this is gonna be a consort race. I need to just take a second. I'll be back in like 5 seconds.
No worries, no worries, no worries. All right, chat, here we have it here. The two final players going towards one of the squares that are on the board. Two co-op squares left. Consort Radahn and Mohg, Lord of Blood, and Sennaax and Lanciax here. An hour and 20 minutes into the match. This is going to be deciding on who gets the square. Currently, Adolf going up the elevator here right before Radahn, and CBD already at the Grace right before Radahn as well. Depending on how these fights go, Itzerino might actually be able to pull a 13-12 board. Here we go. Starting fight array for Radahn here on CBD. He gets one R1 in. Pierce damage. Really good at Radahn on phase 1 here. And Adolf now entering the fight just as much. Only 2 hits in for CBD, so very much not a head start at all in this fight right now. And yeah, Adolf already caught up on the damage here with some nice R1s. CBD getting a little bit of a stall Radahn in the beginning here.
All right, I'm back. Okay, this is extremely close. Good. I was like, I need to not miss this fight. But no, that's amazing. They are so close. I can't believe we're getting a Consort Radahn race. This entire board has been so cinema, and of course, we have a Consort Radahn race as well.
Absolutely insane match for sure. So much killing, and it's been insanely hyped from moment one. Lots of nice races here. There's the Frost proc here on Consort Radahn here already for CBD. Maybe getting a little bit of head start now on some of that damage here. But there's a stagger here for Adolf. Gets to take that riposte here. Maybe get a bleed very soon. Going to be moving into phase 2 in just a moment here. There's a stagger now for CBD as well. Going to take that riposte as well.
Nice.
And now CBD is ahead going to phase 2 first.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so...
CBD does not get the stall attack here from Radahn either, but gets the nice cancel out. And so does Adolf here, not the initial phase 2 opener.
Okay.
Both currently a little bit on the same health here. And CBD now putting on some armor to make sure that he doesn't die, but also wearing the Leda armor here for the extra roll damage that you get. So Leda's armor has a thing that if you roll an attack right afterwards, you do a little bit of bonus damage. Both fights are literally...
Okay, they're
so close.
Extremely close, yeah.
But the Frost proc here again on Radahn for CBD does help a little bit, but he does get a stall move here. Stagger here for Adolf though. Incredibly close.
Good work with that, with dodging that move, CBD. Yeah, wow. This is so close. A proc can just change this entire thing.
One bleed proc, yeah, could define the whole match here between Positive Vibes and Itzerino. A couple more hits left. Dragon Hunter's Great Katana definitely putting in the work that it needs to. But here we go. A little bit of stall move again for CBD as Radahn dashes across the arena. Now we go into the multi-hit combo. Adolf here does get knocked away and gets a stall move as well now. There's a little bit of stalling happening here. Lots of stalling, actually. Rolls out of the explosion. Space program very soon here for CBD. He takes a lot of damage here. Has to be careful. Yep. There it is. Space program first for CBD right now.
Space Adolf program?
Yeah, he's going to space.
He is going to space.
He's going to space. And he's landing here. Explosion happening. CBD not getting hit by the explosion. Stalled move again here from Adolf. Adolf not getting the space program just yet. They haven't had as much funding as CBD's team here.
This is so sad.
Oh my god! And CBD here almost dies yet again. Gets hit by the combo here, but luckily that armor saves him. There it is now. The other Radahn going to space. A little bit late here. CBD definitely ahead. Should be going into a bleed proc / frost proc here. Just a couple more hits should take it. Itzerino possibly going to be going 12-12 here on the board. Going to have to force the Sennaax fight onto Adolf. There is the bleed proc. There is the frost proc. One more hit. Maybe two more hits. There's a stall move. Oh boy.
Yep. Oh my gosh, this is so close.
Roll, roll, and here it is for CBD. 1 R1, 2 R1s. There is the Radahn. There's the bleed proc. Yells out in victory, and there is the mark in just a moment. Doesn't mark. Why is he not marking? There is the mark.
There it is.
12-12. Adolf now has to go to Sennaax.
It's a Sennaax race.
It is a Sennaax race.
Yeah, other than some money, there was no. I mean, he was close, but yeah, with how slow that fight was going, there was no reason, I guess, to finish off Consort Radon. And he knows now
Holy.
this is important. Is their
Yeah,
progress the same here? I think it's. I think
no.
their progress is just about the same on
It's
Sennaax.
not. It's not. Ancient Dragon Man is dead here for CBD. Adolf has not even gotten near Ancient Dragon Man, so he has
Oh
to do a whole
god.
extra fight here first to get to Sennaax. So now it
Oh
comes
god,
down
you're
to,
right.
does CBD actually clutch it up for Itzerino and bring it home?
Wow. Dude, this is the thing, it's not over till it's over. Literally, like if Consort Radon had stalled just like a tad less and maybe Adolf got a bleed or something, like whatever, this whole thing would have been different. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's so crazy. You can never just assume how games are gonna end. And I mean, this one was never really one-sided anyway, but it just goes to show.
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
actually insane.
So are Josh and Chris here just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, they're kind of just like, this is the one downside I would say of 2v2 bingo is that one part of the team might just have to hang out because some of these squares are just really, really long. And for the most part, I would say like 60% of the time, maybe 70% of the time, sadly, the DLC players do have. Actually, I think for the most part, the DLC players actually finish sooner than the base game players. So this is actually a bit of an oddity, where the base game players are the ones hanging out and waiting. But yeah, this is just sadly just part of the format. So they just have to sit there and just hype up their teammate and honestly kind of maybe prevent them from tilting.
Wow, this is so mentally difficult because Sennaax is such a hard fight anyway. Like it's just so frustrating. Even if you're world's best Elden Ring player, it's a frustrating boss because he's standing in water, he does electricity, just whatever. And the world is on their shoulders. They got all the pressure on them,
Mm-hmm.
CBD and Adolf right now. And obviously pressure can make everything different. And so this is just an insane situation to be in for our DLC players. And so yeah, as you're saying, like the base gamers trying to keep the DLC players from tilting is definitely important here.
Very, very, very important. This is part of the team aspect that I really like
Yeah.
about the 2v2s here. Having it being separated base game and DLC is just making sure that your teammate and you are on the same page and that you stop any bad thoughts from happening as well. This could be a really quick fight here from Adolf. He is definitely behind at least by 2 to 3 minutes, which is going to be really, really tough here, especially for Sennaax. But honestly, Sennaax is like situation central. Like things can happen all the damn time on that fight. It is very chaotic. It is very tough to deal with. So this being the last square is actually insane. And yeah, I'm excited to see how this is going to play out for sure.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. I do think CBD's obviously ahead on this. If he like first try no hit Sennaax, like it's obviously his here, but again, Sennaax is such a weird fight. It's so hard to manage. They've got the same build more or less, or at least very similar. And yeah, we'll see how CBD handles this. He's got yellow damage. It's not the biggest yellow damage ever. It is yellow. It is something.
It is something, and here's going to be the tough thing. There is going to be definitely a race on Sennaax, but at the end of the day, what else is going to happen is that Positive Vibes, win or lose, have to do another match after this. And there's a lot of damage pumping out here from Sennaax, slamming the ground with Red Lightning, and there it is, CBD dying already to Sennaax. That's what I'm saying. This is a really, really tough fight. This is giving Adolf just a little bit of time after killing Ancient Dragman to get up this mountain and to do this fight himself.
Yeah. Yes, this Sennaax fight is I think this is what we're gonna be seeing. I think we're just gonna be seeing attempt it till it works out. Like I feel like it's so hard to just be good at Sennaax. I mean, again, even if you're good, you're still standing in water. The lightning is still gonna make its way over to you and do extra damage. Like it's brutal.
It is very, very tough. CBD trying to move Sennaax a little bit out of the water so it does a little bit less damage, but that overall is not going to define the fight here. Trying to get some Ashes of War on the head of Sennaax. It does a lot of damage for sure, but it's also like really risky. Goes to the back of the tail now for some R1s.
So in your opinion, Dom, do you think it would have been better if Positive Vibes had just left Consort Radon and gone for Sennaax?
Yeah.
Just assuming, yeah, you think so?
I think that would have been the right call personally. especially with Romina being killed and that actually being marked. No, sorry, not being marked, but that being something that was taken. It is hard to assume, though. We see both POVs here, and so we don't really know exactly the team conversation was here. But if I was in Native's position, I think I would have taken Sennaax over Consort Radahn just for the sake of it's less likely, just because people don't like this fight, that I'm contested on this fight.
Yeah, I do wonder if, once we talk to the players, I wonder if they're going to say we know that we should have gone for Sennaax and Lanciax just based on the fact that the other team is probably working on Consort Radahn, but Sennaax is just such a hard boss to pull off that it was just not worth it. Like, I wonder if that square was anything else, if they would have done that instead. Probably. Maybe Adif just hates this fight real bad, which is absolutely understandable. I hate it too, personally. I think Sennaax is one of the most unfun bosses in this game.
Yeah, it's an incredibly, I would say, unfair fight.
Yeah.
Which sure.
I mean, I feel like they knew what they were doing when they made this unfair fight. Like, they literally put him in water, but...
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah. CBD's almost got him down, though.
He is doing a lot of nice dodges here for sure.
Yeah.
Making sure that he doesn't get tagged by the red lightning, healing up. Has a little bit of mana still left here. Should be able to get the kill here very soon. 2 Ashes of War, maybe. Oh my lord. This. Oh boy.
CBD almost just quit out.
Oh, he was trying to resummon Torrent, but Torrent was dead, so he had to use a flask to bring him back, kind of thing. Yeah. And there it is. GG's to Itzerino. Oh my
gosh.
god.
That was a great fight, CBD. That was a great fight. Wow.
Wow. The pull back from 11 to 11, making the right calls, taking Consort Radahn, and then Sennaax at the end of the game is absolutely insane. That is definitely very devastating here for Team Positive Vibes. Losing a match they were definitely making the right calls on. We're ahead of the game for 90% of it, always a square or two ahead, and making just like really nice plays here. And at the end of the day, sadly losing out on at the end here by just one call.
Yeah, that was an incredibly close game. Every square was incredibly close. I don't think it leaned in directions really at any point of the game. That was crazy. That was an insane game with an insane set of squares. Both teams played really well. Again, like, not many people died to bosses or anything. People just played incredibly.
Yeah.
And I hope Team Positive Vibes isn't feeling too bad. They do have another game after this. But that's tough. Yeah, dude, look how happy they're after all that pressure, after fighting all those bosses. Oh my god, I can't even imagine how happy.
Yeah, the stark contrast between the two teams right now is there for sure, but it's understandable. That's bingo, man. It's a very much thing of like, if you get to win and pull off a win like that, there's nothing you can do but just smile about it and just be happy that you made the right calls. Let's go ahead and we'll move over to the post-game screen here. Chat, you get to see us again. Yay! Hello. Okay, cameras are a little fucked up, and I'll fix that while we're doing some talking here. But let's see. Let me pull up the numbers here real quick just to make sure everything looks good.
That was a crazy game. I cannot believe this board. This board might be the craziest board I've seen in Bingo.
This board was disgusting.
Many. I wonder if the players are gonna like that. I'm curious what they're gonna say. Cause yeah, there's just a lot. Like, it's just go this entire game.
Yeah.
I feel like they're probably exhausted after that.
I truly would be. Let's go ahead and we'll bring in Itzerino. I'll give him the thumbs up to bring them in, bring in the players, and we'll talk about the early game and late game both, and see how that all goes. Definitely a very tough fight though.
Yeah, that fight is just brutal.
Overall. Yeah, welcome in Itzerino. GG's, guys.
Hi, GG's,
insane.
Hi. Thanks for the GG's.
Lot happening.
Your faces.
CBD, my hero, actually carried me, dude.
That was an insane game. That was just genuinely just an insane game.
Amazing match.
A lot happening on this board, if I may say so. A lot of killing, lots of killing, as Parky pointed out. Minute one.
Crazy board.
Yeah.
Just a lot happening. So, like, what overall was like the thought process seeing board from minute one? Was it just like, okay, prep and go? What was the overall conversation for you guys?
I mean, we knew Chris was doing 50k. Like he just does that.
Yeah,
he just
yeah, that's his move. Yeah.
yeah. And so we were like, okay, what can we do while he's doing 50k? And I was like, okay, 3 NPCs neutralizes the diagonal threat and also kind of sets up threats on column 1, maybe column 5, but that went away pretty quick. And then it was like diagonal and column 2. It was the other diagonal and column 2 were kind of our biggest focuses.
Very
pretty
understandable.
much. We thought we needed one of those 2 corner squares in the base game, friendly NPC or 50k. So we got one of them.
Yeah. So, like, what was the overall plan here when it came down to possibly seeing that, like, Team Blue was very much making sure to block out things and losing out on Mohg race? Like, what was the conversation after that? Being like, okay, like now we just have to like really focus on going for majority, or was it after Mohg still column 2 like a very big push?
It's still column 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, Mohg was one small piece of probably 5 different squares. It felt like.
Yeah.
We were kind of just like, all right, well, the plan doesn't change. We still kill Mohg. We still kill. The same thing happened after Malenia too. It was like, well, this is the fastest thing to do to get to capital, so we kind of have to.
Yeah. Very understandable.
Yeah, I was curious. So you guys were looking at lines, or was it at, like, at what point was it like, okay, never mind, this is just majority? Because I feel like this board is so crazy. There are so many things on here that I just feel like it's hard to like gather yourself and think about just one line.
I mean, like we were focused on I guess that's why I went for Deathright Bird so early, so we could have like 2 threats kind of early on. I guess after the Romina block, that's when obviously that was just the majority, but we were gunning for that column too, so.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Very understandable.
Yeah, sort of like if we can't get one column, we want to have a threat like pre-established on another line already.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the game plan, I guess.
By the way, there was a lot of heavy lifting. Josh, you said that CBD carried you. I don't know if you're saying that like mentally, but I feel like every player in this entire game did so much work. Everyone was constantly moving, constantly fighting.
More so, okay, so I was gonna wait till I'll wait till Chris and Adef are here, but the Black Knife Assassin was a bit of a fiasco, and after that it was like if I had not just absolutely choked on that square and forgotten about the capital one, then the 13th square would have been a lot less stressful to get, I think.
Yeah, that's understandable. What was the conversation, I guess, at the very end there between deciding Sennaax or Consort Radahn? What was the overall way to like hold your composure and make sure you made the right decision?
It was a toss-up. I mean, I thought there was more of a chance that Adef didn't commit to Metter, and I knew that he already had Mesmer and Romina killed, so I think going for Consort was the. I think people are also just drawn to Consort typically for some reason if they have to make a decision. So yeah, I guess there was a few different things that caused me to just stay with it.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I was talking about that a little bit before we did the post interview here. Is that like if you had a decision between Sennaax and Consort Radahn, I think a lot of people would pick Consort Radahn just out of comfort, but also just like no one likes to do that fight. Which is always like a really tough call in of itself. We're currently just waiting on Chris to get back to his chair so we can bring in Team Positive Vibes. But while that's happening, when it comes to like a board that is, I would say, very heavily co-op in this case, but like a lot of the co-op squares lean into one co-op square, which is the 9 different remembrances. What was the overall, I guess, thought process for you guys on which ones to prioritize specifically? Because like there are 4, if not 5 squares that all kind of like funneled into that, and like what was like the reasoning for your sequencing, I guess, in that?
I mean,
a lot of it was just stuff we had to do anyways.
Yeah, like the Mohg and Malenia just like played in well because there was a combo with Mohg, and I had to go kill Romina anyway for Consort. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of up in the air because I did take some time to do the other combo squares before going to Meta too. So yeah, I don't know. Just kind of, it's all blurb, dude. You know, you try to do an hour and a half of like stressful.
yeah.
Crazy, dude. Like we were saying, you guys are probably exhausted. The second this board opened up, I was like, What is this?
It
This
was a
is the
cool
most
board.
kills I've ever seen in my life, which made for a great game as commentators, but like as players, you're probably exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, welcome
No,
in, by the way, Positive
Yo,
Vibes.
GG's, guys.
Hi,
GG's,
positive
guys.
vibes.
GG's,
Good
guys.
game,
GG's, guys.
Uh,
Yeah.
we're
Oh my god.
yeah, we're talking about the exhaustion of this board and it being a
Yeah.
very heavy kill
Insane.
board here. For Team Positive Vibes, what was the overall, I guess, beginning conversation? Seeing that there's a lot of killing on this, was it just like prep first and then go? Was it what was the overall conversation early on?
I mean, yeah, just get a couple squares of setup stuff and then just fight things after setting up a little bit. Like I Memory of Graced and then kind of just set up a weapon a bit. And then just started killing things.
Yeah.
And then from there it's just like bingo, no like crazy strategy.
Was there specific lines that you guys were possibly be trying to like force at some point, or was it very much just like trying to force majority off the get go?
We eyed row 5 at
Yeah.
one point.
Yeah.
But I would say within the first 20 minutes, we knew it was going to majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it any specific like square as to why that made you think that?
We were all playing all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Just
that's what
going
I
for
was thinking. I
blocking.
was like, there's everything is here. Everything matches everything. It's just insane. I personally think picking a square would have been, or a line would have been so difficult.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a Mohg race and a Malenia race in the first 40 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
There were a
That's
lot of
crazy.
races.
Amazing.
Yeah, you got Crucible Knights by like 10 seconds.
Okay, yeah,
and
you got
Freaking Frost
Mohg
by like 30
really.
seconds.
You
Oh,
got
wow,
you got me
okay.
on consort by less than 15 seconds.
Bro, I forgot to mark that too. I think I was 10 seconds late on that because I was so like
You forgot to
just
mark
pumped to go in.
consort?
Yeah, like for like 10 seconds or something.
Okay.
He was instantly in warp away mode.
Yeah.
CBD, did you have status? Because I think the difference is that I never got a bleed proc.
I got the Great Katana from ADM because I went to Deathright Bird early.
Oh, it was Great Katana, Great Katana.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. I was running DHGK the whole time.
Yeah.
Dude, it was close. CBD was actually a lot ahead until the Leda fight. CBD had horn scent and you didn't, and that's where you caught up. And after that, it was just like so close. The consort fight was literally so close.
Oh, did you already have any your limb progress, CBD?
I burned the ceiling tree, and
Okay,
then
I
walked
hadn't
away.
even. I just had the Romina Grace.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
honestly, that's the difference. Yeah.
And like in hindsight, right? Like probably I should have split Lanciax and consort, but the actual mistake that made this match, if we're keeping it 100, is that I started doing meta and I didn't have the whistle. That is like fully. We would have won.
Yeah.
We would have won over 30 minutes ago, if I'd have just targeted remembrances instead of being like, this is a remembrance. Just a huge mistake. Nothing to say about it.
I'll be honest. I think from the commentator's perspective, I think it was a blessing in disguise. To be honest,
Yeah.
I think you'd have lost that square regardless to CBD.
Well,
and
it wasn't
actually,
about the meta square. It's about the remembrances.
No, it's about
You could've
remembrances.
spend that time
Yeah.
getting 9 remembrances.
I
instead.
shouldn't
sure.
have gone. I shouldn't have gone
that's
for
what he
meta at
meant.
all.
Yeah, he wasn't
that's-
gonna get
Yeah.
meta anyway from that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes you feel any better, ADF, but I also made a colossal, like, just huge mistake.
Yeah, we all
where
played bad.
I very easily should have had that kill 3 Black Knife Assassins, but I forgot about the Capital one. And so I was running through Sage Cave and we marked it.
Okay, that makes sense. Wait,
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which ones were you doing?
I did the one next to Alex, because I already killed him. I did the one next to Lanciax, and then I should have done the
Okay.
Capital one, and I just forgot about
So
it.
you didn't do I did the 2 in Ordina and then the half dead one.
You just fought them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I-
plus 9 sort of Milos and like level like fucking like 80 at that point. It just like wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we were like, I mean, I was like level 82 at the end of this or something like that. It's
With
the
Skidoo
highest
11.
level I've ever been.
Skidoo
Yeah.
fucking
Well-
11. And if I got the Gaia Skidoo, I would have been like Skidoo 13 by the end of this thing.
Yeah. Lots of Skidoo pickups.
Also, something nobody has brought up yet is that we made an Among Us in our bingo board. Can we please?
Yeah, I just saw that chat
Oh,
too.
I didn't even notice.
Also, wait, Domo,
That's
can I?
insane.
Domo, can I say a quick thing? Can I say a quick thing?
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
say
sure.
the thing.
All right, Chris. I just want to say, on behalf of all the players, like not just myself, chat room. I don't know if you know this, but we go back and watch these VODs, and like I don't know how many of you are like casual sports enjoyers, but probably the single most toxic trait amongst any sports enjoyer is when like a guy who's never played an inning of baseball in his life is like, damn, this pitcher sucks. I would encourage you to put yourself in our shoes. Between YouTube and Twitch, there's almost 5,000 people watching. The game is incredibly tense. Yeah, we fuck up. I fucked up big time. But like to open chat during the interview and like half the messages are like, why is ADEF playing so bad? Just like use a little common sense, use your brain, be a little empathetic, and don't be a piece of shit.
Also, another thing, ADEF doesn't even have like 700 hours in this game, and everyone else has like 3,000 or more. So, you know, that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I'm a baby. I'm a baby.
No, but I do think that is fair, and that's sadly just how it goes with sports in general. And
and I understand,
which is unfortunate, but I very much agree. It is frustrating when people are like, oh, why did you do this or why did you do that? Like, or even like rando races that we do. You know, it's like, oh, why you play so badly with this boss? It's like, I'm sorry. Could you? Do this?
Right. I just had a moment.
Yeah. Which it happens. It happens. But I mean, both games played fantastically. GG's to Itzerino for pulling it back as well, by the way, for being down 2 to 3 squares for most of the match, to be fair. Being down 2 or 3 squares, but having, I would say, better board presence on this specific match where they just had more threats that you Positive Vibes just kind of had to deal with, that led to a bunch of fantastic races. So GG's to both teams, man. Thanks so much for playing, guys.
You guys all did well.
GG's.
Sick match.
I know you guys feel bad, some of you, but like you all played so well. Everything was incredibly close. There was a lot of stuff that was just like one extra proc, one extra move that was a stall move or whatever it was. Like this could have gone any way. All 4 of you played incredibly, and all 4 of you absolutely should feel proud of yourselves.
Yeah.
Thank you, Parky.
Thanks, Parky.
And good luck to Chris and ADEF on your next match today as well.
Yeah, we got to prove the haters wrong about the fucking back-to-back. We have to we have to silence the curse. Dude, we'll try.
Next floor is gonna be like all collectathon, just like total contrast.
To be fair, I will give you at least like 5 to 10 minutes. So obviously, like
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go also. Honestly, this interview and going to the bathroom, I feel pretty good.